Maitake, it's another important medicinal mushroom, but I would say that this mushroom, it's not easy to grow. It's not easy to grow, and I would encourage you for now to focus on some other mushrooms. But when you're going to get to the point in which you form more experience with the other mushrooms and you really want to try to grow Maitake, feel free to try it out. Maitake is called the dancing mushroom. If you look at the bouquet of the Maitake, you'll see these fronds, and these fronds kind of are reminiscent to the ladies' skirts when they swing around in a dance, like so. It's very interesting. Just look at it. In nature, you'll find Maitake growing on the base of the trees, but also on the roots of the trees. It's saprophyte, but also behaves as a facultative parasite. Now, the Latin for it is Grifola frondosa. Frondosa comes from fronds, so it refers to the shape of the caps. And what you have in this mushroom is practically base, stem, and then from that base you can see additional branches, and on those branches you see these fronds popping out. So this forms this beautiful big bouquet. It's not easy to grow this mushroom because it's very connected to the strain. Many strains that are collected in the wild, they don't fruit indoors, and you have to scan a whole bunch of strains in order to find one or two that is going to produce fruit bodies. That's why when you're going to try to grow this one, make sure that somebody else grew it somewhere with great success, and then you can use that strain. But if you know about some kind of local strains that somebody grew in your local conditions, that's the best, because some strains that fruit in some locations won't fruit in your location. So this is one of those mushrooms that you have to pay close attention to details, because it's not going to fruit the fruit bodies that you want and that you expect, unless you're going to provide the conditions, the right conditions that this mushroom needs. So it's not that easy. Taxonomically, this is confused even by professional growers with Grifola umbellata or Polyporus umbellatus. This is another interesting functional food that grows from sclerotia in the woods. I haven't seen this grown by any grower out there, but I collected it for several times in the woods. It's not very common, and what this has, it's circular caps, so roundish, with the stem centrally or eccentrically. And if you think about Maitake, that has frond-like caps, so they are not circular, so that's the main difference between them. The texture and the flavor, the texture, it's really interesting. It has a very interesting sensation when you eat that mushroom, while the flavor, it's mushroomy. It has this particular fragrance to it, Also, I would recommend you to try it up using simple recipes. Also, you can dry it up, especially the base of the stem. It's kind of woody, but it's not that woody if the specimen is still young. In older specimens, you have this woody base. You can slice that off and use the rest. But generally, the mushroom, it's soft towards fibrous a little bit. Great flavor. Use it, try it, make medicinal healing potions out of it. When you dry it, it turns brown black, and also your medicinal potion is going to have the same color with a unique odor to it. This grows in slightly cooler temperature zones, especially found in the temperate areas of Europe, northern United States, and some other regions in the world. What can I say? Well, the substrate, it grows mostly with hardwoods, but it's been found also growing with Douglas fir, pines, and other conifers out there. The mycelium in culture, it's white, and it's going to form these I would say that it's more like cottony rather, so it doesn't have really special characteristics to it. The flushes that you're going to get, probably one, maybe two if you're going to give this mushroom the proper conditions. Also, through conditions, you can manipulate the development of this mushroom. You have to understand that growing this, it's going to take only the incubation over 2 months, 3 months, only the incubation, and then you have several stages in developing the fruit body. There you'll have also you'll have some stages, and some of the first stages will be just because the mushroom, it's going to kind of concentrate nutrients in forming more like an outgrow, and from that outgrow you will see that slowly the stem grows out, and slowly the side branches will form, and then you have this roundish kind of formations on top from which the fronds will develop. So it's an interesting mushroom. I would suggest you to start with it a little bit later.